what's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be reacting to one of my friends and Dino's video. He recently just created a new YouTube channel, so I was gonna check out his video. It's called God, Energy, Ambition, Risk. Make sure you guys check him out. Give him a sub. Give him a like. I actually used to work at the same job with him, so he's also in the military. So he's doing his video in his room, just like how I be doing my videos in my room. So let's get straight into it.
Shout out to God, because God is the reason why we all wake up. Every day that you wake up is a gift of breath that He gave you. So with that being said, shout out to God. That's, before I start the video, that's how I want to start it off. But like, it's always a good thing to have something to believe in, such as a higher being, because it gives you a sense of deeper meaning to your life. And in a sense, there's no other way that we're on this big chunk of rock for nothing. There's a reason why we're here. And if you believe in something such as a higher being, then it's gonna set you in a line with who you're supposed to be in relation to like your higher self. And your higher self, in order to connect to your higher self, you gotta connect to a higher being as well. God made you out of matter. That's why your life matters. You're literally made out of matter.
Damn, he just cooked. He said God made you out of matter. That's why your life matters. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty dope. Now, I agree with everything he says so far. You always got to give thanks to God. You could always be in a worse position. If somebody going through something worse than you, and sometimes you got to look at the stuff that you have and say, hey, life's not really that bad. I'm able to take a shower, get some food. I'm still getting paid every 2 weeks. Still able to work towards hobbies, read every day, work out. Bro, life is good, bro.
You're made out of the same properties as the stars, which is why you can talk to the universe. Unit means one, verse means words. So with that being said, you can speak things and connect to your higher self. You got to connect to a higher being as well.
Shit, my bad, guys. So pretty much, hey, my internet's cutting out, so whenever I upload this, I'm gonna have to like skip through the video, and it might just cut randomly to this part. But yeah.
God made you out of matter. That's why your life matters. You're literally made out of matter. You're made out of the same properties as the stars, which is why you can talk to the universe. Unit means one, verse means words. So with that being said, you can speak things into the universe. You can talk things into the universe because your mind's constantly manifesting. The reason why you can manifest is because you have a pineal gland that allows you to connect to the universe. The tongue is a powerful weapon that not many can understand. You can literally speak things into existence. If I talk bad about myself every day, if I don't see myself like I'm a king, or if I don't see myself like I'm that person, I'm him, not in an egotistical way. I don't like how some people like use that. It's kind of cringy. It's kind of cringy to say it like that, but that's how you should look at yourself every single day. You should always look at yourself like you're of power and that you make a difference, because you actually do. But tying back to stars, we're made of the same properties as stars: carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, oxygen, and nitrogen. So those are like essential elements for life to exist. And we all have that within our bodies. The same things as stars, the galaxy in general. Number two,
No, that's true.
another good one would be moral framework. Basically, it helps you dictate what's right from wrong. God wouldn't want me to do this, so I'm not gonna do it. Pretty much that's how it goes, moral framework. Number three would be personal growth, prayer, meditation, discipline, and mindfulness. If you keep up on those habits, then you're gonna bring good habits. You're gonna manifest good things into your life. And one thing that I like about God in general is the fact that there's a concept behind forgiveness. Forgive them, not for what they did, but forgive them for your own peace of mind. Because life's too short to hold grudges. And the second thing that I want to add on would be energy. Protect your energy at all costs. Your energy is your safe house. It's your mental safe house, and it's your stability. It's your core. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. When people go on semen retention, they don't take their energy out on when it's supposed to be used, like lustful activities. It's called sexual transmutation. As soon as you get that urge, you transfer that energy into something else. productive. It could be the same thing with like addiction. Sum it down, all an addiction is it's an urge to satisfy your dopamine receptors. And us as humans, we devolve to a point where like all this technology and like we got vapes and all that, we got games, but your inner peace matters. Protected from negative traits, protected from toxicity, and protected from drama. Those negative things drain you of your energy, and at the end of the day, you feel depleted. Eventually, you become what you invest in. Eventually, it's gonna be a pattern that you're gonna find comfort in if negative things always come into your life. And eventually, you're gonna become what your environment is. And once you become what you invest in, you're gonna bring more negativity into your life because you're constantly manifesting things. And on top of that, my time is limited. I can't take back time. I can spend time. I can't get it back though. So why would I spend my time on pointless traits? That's another thing that you should keep in mind as well. And in another sense, it brings you emotional awareness. In a world full of motion, the worst thing you can possibly do is think with emotion. It makes sense to me, but I hope it makes sense to you. And the last part that I got that concludes with energy in general is to connect to your higher self. In order to connect to your higher self, you gotta understand yourself first. Higher, under. You gotta understand before you can connect to your higher self. And at the end of the day, only you got yourself. Other people can tell us what we have to do all they want. It's up to us to put that act into motion. Because in a world full of motion, you gotta stay constantly moving. Now running it back to where only you can get the things that you want in life, risk and ambition. Not to sound cliche, but ambition is the burning desire to want more because life's too short. And why would I settle for less when there's more out there in the world? Being ambitious isn't greedy. It's just
oh shit, that's the abundance mindset basically.
The fact that your soul wants more and it hungers for more, and that's a good thing. It's also a mirror of your potential, what you could be. Risk is an act of doing. Ambition is a thought of doing it. Scarface is a good example because he was an immigrant and he was a
shit. Yeah, well, this is my boy's first video, but I'm low-key about to tell him how to use his phone as a camera. I'm about to DM him after this.
Dishwasher. He didn't want to wash dishes for the rest of his life in a food truck. He wanted more out there. He was ambitious and he was willing to take a risk to be something greater than himself. And that's what he did. His soul hungered for more. Therefore, if he wanted something out of his life, he's gonna get it because he was ambitious and he was willing to take a risk. Without ambition, risk has no purpose because they're both two sides of the same coin. Another thing that I wrote down is only dead fish go with the flow. What I mean by that is the current moves on its own. You can be physically alive, but you could be spiritually dead and you can be mentally dead. You could only be alive in your physical body. Like I could be spiritually and mentally dead right now, but I can move my hands. I can wake up. I can go to the gym. It's more so in a sense of being a sheep or like NPCs in a game.
I was just thinking the same shit. I was like, that sounds like an NPC.
They're not fully conscious. Only dead fish go with the flow. Do not follow sheep. Do not be an NPC. Life's too short to be the same thing as everybody else. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Risk is also like a hunger for something as well. Like I said, ambition and risk go hand in hand. Without ambition, risk has no purpose. And I'm gonna get into that as well. I don't know what the movie is, but there's a quote and it goes like this. When it feels scary to jump, that's exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you'll stay in the same place for the rest of your life. And then after that, I added on wishing the fact that you should have jumped when you had the chance. If you don't jump when you had the chance to, you're just gonna stay in the same position, and all you're gonna do is think, I should have jumped when I had the chance. But now that you didn't jump, you're gonna live a life full of regret and wasted potential. Adding on to that, it's one thing to wish for something, but it's another thing to risk to get what you want. Risk is not recklessness, it's an act of faith in your vision, and it's courage in motion. Because in a world full of motion, you gotta stay in motion. On to the last page. No one else is gonna get it for you, so get it yourself. Like I said, at the end of the day, only you got yourself. Only you can get you in the position in life because you can do it. Risk leaves you open to failure, rejection, and pain, but even those benefit you in the long run. There's no expansion without discomfort. Comfortability leads to complacency. Ambition is a dream, and it's the concept of what if. Risk is an act, and it's the concept of let's find out because you're doing it. And I said it multiple times, but without ambition, risk has no purpose. But as far as this video is gonna go, that's all I got for now. I've been wanting to make videos for a while, but I'm just gonna hop straight into it like I did just now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it got you thinking. And most of all, I hope you guys had a good day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good video for his first video. Yeah, I generally watch like a lot of content like this, like the spirituality talks and stuff. It's like basically like consciousness, things that encourage consciousness, like, hey, what am I doing on a daily? How could I be more positive? How could I do more in life instead of remaining stagnant and being negative and having all these weird thoughts? So, I mean, I consume content like this on the daily. It's really good content to consume. He had like a lot of talking points in there, like some stuff that I never like heard. He was like, "Don't be a dead fish." Basically, it's like the dead fish is just going with the flow. Like you're not even alive. You're not even able to move. You're just dead. You're just going with the river. But if you're alive, meaning like conscious and not just like physically alive, but like mentally and consciously alive, then you're able to like move around in this metaphoric river. That's just pretty much life. Just moving around, doing stuff, being ambitious, like he said, and just moving towards things. Yeah, so it's an overall positive message. Make sure you guys give him a like, comment, sub on this video again. And also, you guys do the same thing for me. I learned that from Avery B. He was like, hey, always tell people to do that or they're not going to do it. So hopefully you guys actually did that. That's good luck to you guys if you do that. Peace.